So let me ask, when should you do lessons learned? Lessons learned should be done during a project at least once, maybe several times at key points in the project. They should also be done at the end. It's important not to wait to the end and do them sometimes during the project too, because at the end, people just want to get out of there. The project's over, they want to move on, and they've forgotten a lot of the key details. And those details are things that could be fixed while the project's underway. Now, when you do a lessons learned, you want to keep it psychologically safe, because if people feel like it's all about blame, well, then people are going to clam up and not say anything. When I do lessons learned, I like to make sure that the teams understand that it's a constructive meeting. The idea is to talk about things that went well and things that did not go well, because every project has both. And if you set the stage that way and you ask some facilitating questions, you'll get some pretty good answers. And the more people start talking, the more people start talking. Pretty soon, you've got a very robust set of lessons learned. Another important tip is to talk about things that went well and things that did not go well. Lessons learned have both. I mean, you might as well capture and talk about with the project team, with your stakeholders, with your customer, things that went well and things that did not. Because if they didn't go well, somebody needs to learn from them so it doesn't happen again. And if they went well, people need to feel good that in public, in that forum, it's acknowledged. It also allows you to repeat that kind of behavior on the next project. For each lesson, it would be important to capture the lesson, and if it's something that needs to be taken care of right away, assign an action item to somebody to take care of it, to just spell it out a little bit more in the paper, a little bit of the history and that kind of thing. And that will take care of the documentation of the lessons learned when it's time to close out the meeting. Now, one thing that's really important about lessons learned can't be learned if they're not there to pull back up again. So the important thing is find some sort of database or something that's tagged, it's referenced, it's usable, you can pull the information out. And in order to make it really useful and easy, consider the kind of project. If it was a construction project, if it was a construction project of a bridge, if it was an IT project that had to do with some sort of server upgrades or something, make sure that you put some words in there that are important keywords so it's searchable, so you can go back and actually find something. If you get a project that's the same kind of thing, a bridge project, a turnpike project, an IT data center move, put as many keywords in there as possible so you don't have to go through 1,000 projects in a big database and never be able to find what you're looking for. Part of the Microsoft suite called OneNote. It's so searchable. It would be a perfect tool for that. There's many other tools, but that one comes to mind right away. And finally, one tip you can use to avoid the check the box kind of lessons learned. Make it a sort of living input to the next project's kickoff. When you have your kickoff call or when you're planning for it, and then when you have it, put up lessons learned from previous projects that are similar so that the whole group can kind of get bathed in that, oh, let's not do that, or, oh, that worked really well. That way the team sees that the process drives and changes real decisions, and it wasn't just a paperwork exercise. Well, back to the weekend. Got that lessons learned stuff out. Hope you learned something. If you did, subscribe, like, and share this one. Till next time.